Hi guys, today I'm going to be talking to you about examining the full quote in more than one connotation. The story I chose to analyze is The Things They Carried, and the theme of the story is, in The Things They Carried, Tim O'Brien utilizes sentence structure and word choice to depict how guilt is a disease caused by war and is only curable with a dose of home. The quote I chose to analyze says, "He felt shame, he hated himself, he had loved Martha more than his men, and as a consequence, Lavender was now dead, and this was something he would have to carry like a stone in his stomach for the rest of the war." The three words or phrases I chose to analyze are, he felt shame, he hated himself, he had loved, carry like a stone in his stomach, and for the rest of war. Now, starting with he felt shame, he hated himself, he had loved. Now, this is a very repetitive phrase. Also, it contains very abrupt statements. So as we see, he says he felt, he hated, he had loved, and this is where the repetition comes in. But the abrupt statements are, he felt shamed, three words. He hated himself, 3 words. But he had loved is actually longer because that sentence continues. So I wouldn't necessarily call he had loved an abrupt statement. Now this is significant because it shows how the soldiers can continue on after having loved someone. It also shows through the abrupt statements of he felt shame and he hated himself that it is very hard to escape the never-ending cycle of guilt during war. All right, now if we move on to carry like a stone in his stomach, we'll notice that this is a metaphor. And that means the denotative meaning of this phrase is that it symbolizes the weight he carries due to Lavender's death. However, there's also a connotative meaning of this phrase, because if you guys remember from back in the story, Jimmy Cross would carry around a pebble in his mouth that Martha gave him. And so the fact that he refers to a stone in his stomach can possibly refer to how he swallowed the stone, and this would symbolize a permanent dismissal of Martha. So when you guys are analyzing your own quotes, it's important to look at not only the denotative meanings, but also the connotative meanings. Last, we want to look at for the rest of war. And for the rest of war, it implies 2 different things. One, it can imply that the guilt is gone once the war is over. But it can also imply that the soldiers will not live to see the end of the war. Alright, so hopefully from watching this video, you guys will see that we want to dissect the whole entire quotes because we're doing a very thorough analysis of one quote. So it's important that you're really digging deep into that quote and dissecting as much as you possibly can. Also, it's important to notice that these words and phrases can mean more than one thing. And honestly, you should pick a quote that has words or phrases that mean more than one thing. That is part of the point of the assignment. And so good luck, and let us know if you have any questions.